First of all, I'm very happy to be here to meet all of you at this conference. It's great to speak about challenging projects we do with our chatbots in Orange. I'm Richard, I work for Orange. I have been working for Orange since 20 years now, and today I'm with Tobias, who especially came from Berlin yesterday for this conference. Thank you a lot, in order to talk about our partnership. I work for Orange France for the B2C department. We are building chatbots for our customers, for question and answers, for emergency questions. We have also chatbots for customer self-care. We have also commercial conversational commerce. So we have a lot of chatbots we are developing, and before starting developing our chatbots, we said, okay, maybe we need to build a middleware. So this is how BotMan came to life. BotMan is not a chatbot, is a framework, an orchestrator. What we wanted to achieve with BotMan is not to be dependent of the NLU provider, of the artificial intelligence providers. We wanted to have a single entry point in order to allow the user to switch between the chatbots and also to talk to a human without changing the interface. This was very important for us. And also to control the user interface we are proposing to the customers. You know all GDPR, so we wanted to take the control over the data we send on the cloud, to manage the security to the access to the chatbots, and at last but not the least, important is to facilitate the training of our chatbots. We store all the logs, all the conversation logs, and we are able to review it and also to send them to our business owners to see if they need to change our chatbots. Here is a little demonstration of our platform. So we say we don't have internet, then Jingo, the name of our chatbot, is answering. We can show images. We can have quick reply buttons. So this is what our platform looks like. When we build the chatbot, we have three parts. We have the user interface, we have the orchestrator, we have the artificial intelligence part. So BotMan addresses the first two parts. So when we build a new project, we don't have to handle the first two parts. BotMan will take care of this, and for the most of the chatbots, we use Rasa. We are very proud that BotMan was developed using 100% open source technologies. We use Java, we use AngularJS, Redis, RabbitMQ, MongoDB, Docker, and of course, Rasa. Everything is done in DevOps.
Cool, yeah, thanks a lot for having me here. I'm Tobias from Rasa. So yeah, what are we doing at Rasa actually? So our vision is to build AI assistants that work for everyone. So you don't have to be a data scientist, you don't have to be a senior engineer. We want to make it as easy as possible for everyone to actually build chatbots which you can then put in production. And by that we want to become the standard infrastructure layer for conversational AI on the World Wide Web. And yeah, how are we doing that? As Richard mentioned, we are open source. So that's our key value. So everybody can download our software, can use it, can customize it, can hack it, can contribute new features, can also fix features. It's available for everyone. And you can also integrate it in your companies because you can just everything is transparent. So you can use all the available endpoints, or if you need any custom components, you can just build them. The other thing is what we're using to build this standard infrastructure layer is our community. Since you're open source, we have a community worldwide in the US, in India, in Germany, in France, all over the world. And this community is actively engaging in our product, meaning they are writing blog posts, so how to use Rasa, how to build cool chatbots with Rasa, also contributing new features, doing feature requests, for example, and it really helps us to boost Rasa. And then obviously, natural language processing is quite a difficult topic in AI, and there's already a lot have been done, but also it's a lot to improve. And that's why applied research is really important for us, to push the boundaries and not just to rely on bigger companies to make actually progress, but actually to make progress ourselves and boosting NLP to make further progress. Yeah, we are quite a young company, so about 2.5 to 3 years old, but we already came a long way. So we got like Fortune 500 customers all over the world in different branches and sections they're working in. Obviously, like healthcare and insurance are for them Rasa is very good because they don't have to send their customer data to any cloud providers, for example. You don't want to send sensitive health data or credit card numbers to Google or Microsoft and so on. So that's why they really they can use Rasa, and they own the data and they control the data. And they also have all the training data. They know what's going on. It's their knowledge, and that's what they, what's very good for them. And obviously, we also have customers in other branches, such as Orange. Rasa is like recently picked up a lot of speed in distribution. So we have over 500,000 downloads now from different users worldwide. And we also got a forum where our community comes together, discusses Rasa topics, helping each other out with bugs, with features they want to have implemented. Also, if they have questions, they are helping each other. But we are also on the forum trying to help our community, enable them to build great bots. Yeah, let me quickly explain how Rasa actually works, so that you also maybe have a rough understanding what's actually happening behind the scenes. So we roughly split Rasa in two parts. In core, Rasa core is responsible for the dialogue management. So this is the part which decides, okay, this is the history of the conversation. That's the actual context of this conversation. What does this message of the user mean in a certain context? And then we also got NLU, and NLU is responsible for actually classifying the messages. So actually saying, okay, what does this message mean? And if you want to have a concrete example, for example, the bot could ask you would you like to have a medium or a large pizza? And then a user says, I want to have a large pizza. And then the first component which kind of jumps in is Rasa NLU and classifying this message. So saying, okay, this message from the user means they want to order a pizza, and apparently it should be a large pizza, so it has this entity large. And then this message, this classified message, goes into Rasa core, and Rasa core actually looks on the history of the conversation, okay? So what was the conversation until this point? What's the current context? And what does this message mean in this context? And based on this information, it actually then asks the user, okay, do you want any extra toppings on the pizza? And I have all the other information, basically. And during this process, you can integrate all your databases and whatever you have into Rasa. You can, we support a lot of things out of the box, but you can also always customize everything to make it fitting into your existing, infrastructure components. 21st of May, we actually made the next step with Rasa. So our business model is, short explanation on that. We got the open source part, which everybody can use for free, which is more developer orientated. And then we got an enterprise product. But after a while we saw, well, there's so many features in this enterprise product. Actually, everybody needs them, right? Actually, going through the conversations of your users, annotating new data, checking if there are any bugs, collaborating on your bot as a team. So we decided, to make large parts of Rasa platform, the old enterprise products, available for free as the new name Rasa X Community, and you can just download it, play around with it, and actually work together on your bot, iterate on it together, having this UI, which makes it even easier to work on the bot, and which makes it also easier for non-technical people to actually work on that. And that's the next step. And just go to our website, Rasa.com, download it if you want to play around with it, but you always can also use the open source part if you want to do that.
We are building the open innovation with Rasa. what I mean when I say so, that we have three axes. We want to develop our skills rapidly, so we need the editor to be an accelerator for Orange in order to acquire all the competencies. We have weekly meetings with Rasa. We have also audited they audit our chatbots before going live, and also we can provide them some useful information.
Yeah, and by having these check-ins every week and seeing actually how users develop their chatbots, we got this instant feedback loops, right? We see like, okay, that's how we want people to use our product, and this is how actually real-life customers and community members are using our product. And then we instantly see, okay, this is working better, this is working well, these are things we have to improve. And this instant feedback loop, like having these weekly check-ins, getting an instant feedback is yeah, super helpful for us to actually improve this product and to take it one step further.
What we are also doing is that we have a specialized support line. We have quick bug correction. When I put here 48 hours is the maximum to have a correction for every bug. Yesterday we had a workshop with Tobias. She's laughing because we discovered 2 bugs in the product, and we had the correction right away in the GitHub. It was published, so it was brilliant. For example, another example was when we moved from Python 2 to Python 3, we had a bug was corrected under 24 hours. It's very important for us to see that the reaction of the editor is very quick, very easy to deal with the support. And also we share a wish list. This is very important for us in this partnership, because we have the product, but we also want to contribute to the product with our functionalities, what we would like to see in the product, what's missing, what is our point of view as a client. And this is very, I think, valuable for the editor. For example, the last item we saw that is that in Rasa X that we can annotate the conversations, okay, but we would like to have also a comment in order to say, okay, this conversation must be reviewed, but why? So this is kind of a wish list we share with Rasa.
Yeah, at Rasa we obviously also have a roadmap, like features we want to implement, like things a vision where we see the product going. But as it often is, users are using your product differently, right? They, for example, Orange, you're actually using our product in real life conditions. They're actually having 1,000 people speaking to the bot, running Rasa at scale, and they have totally different problems than we often could expect. And that's really valuable for us to get the input and actually see, well, we have this nice vision, but maybe we actually have to add this to actually make it work in real life, because our roadmap might be too far away or missing something there. And also yesterday during the workshop, it's just interesting to see how others are using your product. Just having this instant, kind of like a user test, but like a very advanced user test, because our user Orange is actually running it at scale, right? So it's also interesting to see how they use it, and then also see what they build around and tools, like what they customized and how we can actually integrate it in our product. So that's very important for us to get these real life product requirements into our product.
I think everything is said. We are building this partnership, this win-win partnership for this open innovation. Thank you, Tobias, and don't forget to pass to see our demo booth before going to lunch or during the lunch. We are here in the hall. Thank you all.